Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this very summery Thursday.
Yeah, it's warm and windy. Right, a little rain maybe on the way.
We'll get the complete weather for you coming up in just a minute. But first, free COVID tests are supposed to be handed out by the federal government starting Monday. But what if you need one before then? Braden Ross helps us out.
We remember a certain UW-Madison alum on this 21st night of September. You're going to sing it, Mark?
Boy, it's going to get stuck in your head.
Yep.
And today, lawmakers met quietly to continue the governor's special session on child care and workforce issues. But first, breaking news at the top of our newscast here. Republican lawmakers have started the process to impeach the state's top elections official.
That is according to a new resolution shared with News 3 Now this afternoon. And joining us now with the latest information is political reporter Will Keneally. Will?
Well, Mark and Susan, lawmakers are seeking to charge Megan Wolf, who administers the state's elections agency, with 15 articles of impeachment for what they describe as varying acts of misconduct in office. Now, just last week, Republicans in the state Senate voted to fire Wolf from her position, but Wolf has remained on the job, arguing that that vote to fire her was unlawful. Now, these articles of impeachment all stem from questions surrounding the administration of the 2020 election. Now, courts have repeatedly found no instances of widespread fraud, but Republicans continue to allege that Wolf mishandled the election. Now, those articles of impeachment are being circulated by 5 Republican legislators right now, including Janelle Brandtjen, who launched an investigation into the 2020 election 2 years ago. Now, we could see those articles of impeachment introduced as early as next week, and we will continue to track this story for you.
All right, well, thanks very much. Let's take a look outside. This is the place to be on a day like today.
Get a little rowing in.
And there's Bucky. Oh, it's all in one right there. There's Madison for you.
That's for sure. Summer hanging on a little longer.
Yeah, on-off rain, and Greg is in the backyard to tell us how much, if and when.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of rain this evening and then some more overnight that'll impact probably the evening commute and obviously the morning commute tomorrow too. Right now we got a few sprinkles over Madison, but the rain that we're watching right now is really approaching Janesville. A lot of this is not reaching the ground, but some is, and it's very light rainfall. As we zoom in, you can kind of see that approaching the interstate up to Janesville. Something you keep an eye on as you're out there. Probably need the wipers, but it's not going to be heavy rain, just really some light rainfall as we zoom into Madison. Just a sprinkle here or two probably for the next hour. It'll be another hour that we'll start seeing some of that rain begin to approach, but it will last probably through the evening hours. Otherwise, we'll see there as we look at the big picture. It's all because of a swirl in the clouds. You can kind of see it just to the south that's going to begin to pull up. That's producing the rain here. Some showers up to the north, and it will continue to lift north throughout the night, and that will bring more rain as we go through the overnight and into tomorrow morning, maybe even tomorrow afternoon too. So overall, we're seeing an increase in rain chances probably around 7 to 8 p.m. Looks like the best shot to see some light rain. Once again, light rain, not expecting a thunderstorm. It'll then kind of taper off as we go through 9 and 10. I think we might see a break overnight, but then more will come back in. Once again, areas to the west and east of Madison may be some, but a lot of areas will not. Light amounts, we're only expecting probably less than 500s, but something for you to keep in mind for this evening commute. Otherwise, we have a wet Friday morning commute, like I mentioned, but we have a wet weekend, but the trends are going in a different direction along with the start of fall, which happens on Saturday too. I'll break that all down along with when we'll see the cooler temps come a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. As we enter cold, flu, and COVID season, you might want to start thinking about stocking up on the essentials.
These days, that includes having a COVID test kit. Our Braden Ross is here now to explain how you can get a few of them for free. Braden?
Yeah, we'll start with this, though. Take a look at this graph. This shows COVID in the wastewater data here in Madison. You can see for the last few months it was pretty steady, but once we hit September, that spikes. That means if you don't have any COVID tests at home, it's now a good time to start stocking up.
Having, rapid tests on hand. Let's say you start to feel that sore throat, a cough, headache, fever potentially. Having those rapid tests on hand at home is really a great option to, even just rule it out.
Right now, you can find free rapid tests at Madison libraries and Public Health of Madison and Dane County offices. And starting Monday, you'll be able to order them online by going to covidtests.gov. And if you do test positive, the guidelines are still pretty straightforward. Stay home for 5 days and mask up for 10. And those tests you have in your medicine cabinet right now that you think might be expired, they actually might not be. Some tests now have extended expiration dates. You can find out if yours is still good by heading to covid.gov/tests.
Good advice, Braden. Thank you. Today Today, lawmakers met quietly to continue the governor's special session on child care and workforce issues. Yesterday, Republicans in the legislature took the unusual step to keep the governor's child care special session alive instead of killing his proposal as they've done in the past. Republican leaders are expected to send the governor's billion-dollar child care and workforce plan through the committee process. We will expect to see significant changes to the governor's plan in the coming weeks. The GOP has put forward its own child care package. Well, today is September 21, which means that, as the case every year, Earth, Wind and Fire will be on a lot of minds.
The band's classic 1978 single starts with the lyrics about tonight's day. Do you remember?
Yes, that night of
That's right.
September 21.
And the songwriting can actually be traced back to a badger.
Our Catherine Merck tells us how the upbeat song reflects the woman behind it. Catherine?
The songwriter Allie Willis graduated from UW-Madison in 1969. She's world-renowned for many hits: September by Earth, Wind and Fire, the Friends theme song, and Boogie Wonderland, just to name a few. For those that knew Allie, this evening is a reminder of her songs and her spirit.
On this day, and anytime that song spins up, we just think about her and smile.
UW-Madison journalism professor Katie Culver got to meet Allie Willis on her visits back to Madison. To put it in the songwriter's own words, Katie says when you were around Allie, there was never a cloudy day.
She had an amazing flair. She could crack a joke like nobody's business. She just was a tremendous spirit.
As part of that school, Culver says on this night, perhaps more than others, she remembers the alums' excitement for life and her energy she brought toward people. So when you hear this song tonight, remember the love that's shared in September.
You'll never get it out of your head.
Right?
Catherine, thank you. State Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly delivered her third State of Education address today in the Capitol Rotunda. Dr. Underly spent some time during the speech to acknowledge the 2023-24 Teachers of the Year. Legislative Democrats, meanwhile, have introduced a package of bills aimed at helping teachers across the state. The Teaching is a Profession package includes a set of 3 bills aimed at strengthening the teaching profession through investment, recruitment, and retention.
Being a teacher in Wisconsin is a job. It is ripe with vast expectations, little resources, and significant political polarization, for good measure. So it's unsurprising that 1 in 3 of new educators quit the profession after only 5 years.
Democrats say these bills are necessary because of the gradual decline in the number of lifelong educators that are so critical in children's lives.
The new interchange at Highway 1218 and County AB on Madison's east side expected to open to the traffic tomorrow. The $29 million project constructed a diamond interchange to improve safety, expand bicycle and pedestrian access, and support local economic development. The project was funded by multiple parties, including Dane County, the City of Madison, and the Ho-Chunk Nation.
Some UW-Madison students got an unexpected break today after flooding in the engineering building prompted classes and labs to be canceled. University officials say the cause of the flooding is not yet known, but multiple parts of the building were affected. Crews have sealed up the leak and are working to clean things up. Officials said a decision will be made at some point on whether additional class relocations will need to be made because of the flooding. Police were back at the scene today of a Bronx, New York daycare center where 4 young children overdosed last week, one of them fatally.
This as attorneys for the 2 suspects appeared before a judge. Alice Gaynor reports from the courthouse.
Neither suspect was here in the courtroom since both are in federal custody. Attorneys for each waived their appearances. Meantime, on Thursday, a new search warrant was executed at the daycare center. Sources tell us police are looking for traps and false walls commonly found in drug stash houses. The NYPD's crime scene unit is back at Divino Niño Daycare Center in the Bronx, searching the entire place. Last week, 1-year-old Nicholas Dominici died after being exposed to fentanyl, and several other children were sickened at the daycare and hospitalized. During a previous search, officials found a kilo of fentanyl stored on top of playmats used by the children and kilo presses. The daycare's owner, 36-year-old Gray Mendez, and her husband's cousin who rents a room there, 41-year-old Carlisto Acevedo Brito, were arrested and charged in state court with murder of depraved indifference. Earlier this week, they were also slapped with federal narcotics conspiracy charges, which carry a sentence of 20 years to life in prison. During that federal court appearance, Mendez cried and denied any knowledge of a drug operation. Brito denies it too. Federal prosecutors accuse Mendez of playing a role in the drug distribution and in helping her husband escape. They're still looking for him. It's alleged on Friday afternoon, after discovering the children were not waking up from their nap, she made 3 calls. 2 to her husband, the 3rd to 911. Today at Bronx Supreme Court, attorneys for both Mendez and Brito had no comment. Both defendants opted not to testify before a grand jury here at Bronx Supreme Court. Their next court date is October 5th. Alice Gaynor, CBS News, the Bronx, New York.
The president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, delivered a stark message to lawmakers in Washington today. He needs their help in order to save his country. It comes as President Biden is pushing Congress to approve an additional $24 billion in military and humanitarian aid for Ukraine. Zelensky spent the morning making his case on Capitol Hill in a series of private meetings.
We spoke about so many details, but it will be between us. Sorry. Thank you.
Lawmakers say Ukraine's president painted a stark picture of the situation on the ground, but the White House funding request is facing growing opposition from some Republicans who have raised concerns about spending and accountability. Even as Zelensky was in the Capitol, the fight over funding the U.S. government to avoid a shutdown took a new turn. On the House floor, hard-right Republicans again blocked a move to vote on a Pentagon spending bill. Speaker Kevin McCarthy said he thought he had the votes to pass.
Well, after starting on Sunday, Cap Times Idea Fest is in full swing, and we stopped by this afternoon to get the latest. Dignitaries such as Senator Bernie Sanders, Representative Adam Kinzinger, and former PBS NewsHour anchor Judy Woodruff are all set to speak over the next couple of days. There's still time to get tickets to see in-person sessions, but note that the general admission plus tickets, which include access to Friday's keynote with Senator Bernie Sanders, have sold out.
This is the best attendance we've had since we started. A lot of people have been with us from the start, but they seem really excited. Some people, like me, are there every night.
You can head to captimesideafest.com for a full schedule of sessions and speakers. Well, it's a tribute to one of Madison's most famous musicians, Clyde Stubblefield.
His life is being chronicled in a new documentary. We'll talk with the Madison native behind Give the Drummer Some when Live at 4 continues. We'll be right back.
Attention homeowners, first we started with 50, now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions for safety and convenience. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. Now 30 homeowners will save. Receive free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Family is just very important. She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy been treated in my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
At Gruber Offices, you pay us nothing until we win your case. We don't get paid until after you get paid. It costs you nothing to get the help you need after a serious accident. The call, free. The consultation, free. Our team can answer your questions and handle your concerns for free. Let our team get you the results and compensation you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a short week for the Badger football team as they get ready to open up Big Ten play against Purdue tomorrow night.
Wisconsin has won 16 consecutive games in the series, including 9 straight in West Lafayette. Purdue's last win over the Badgers came in 2004, and its last home win came in 1997. This week, sports director Zach Hanley sat down with former Badgers tight end Travis Beckham, who talked about this year's tight ends.
I actually was talking to Hayden Rucci this morning and telling him to keep grinding. And he said, I'm just trying to be like you. I don't know if that's going to happen. He's about 70 pounds heavier when he was in my shoes, or when I was in his shoes. But Tanner Mordecai's, he's spreading the ball around.
Due to the Friday night game, the Wisconsin Huddle will be at a new time for 1 week only. It'll air right here on WISC on Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. And if you want to be part of the fun and take part of the taping of the show, that takes place every Monday at 6:30 at the Buck and Honeys in Sun Prairie.
A one-of-a-kind painting by American artist Bob Ross is up for sale for nearly $10 million.
What?
It's called A Walk in the Woods. The piece was completed on the very first episode of the PBS show, The Joy of Painting. For 11 years, Ross taught viewers how to paint landscapes, including happy little trees. Ryan Nelson owns the gallery Modern Artifact that obtained the work and listed it at $9.85 million.
And you see the pond, you see the rocks that water would have been rolling off of. You see tranquility, right? You see stillness. You see just an emotional reset for yourself to just take a breath.
Ross died in 1995 at the age of just 52, but his popularity has soared in recent years. A YouTube channel featuring Ross's shows now has almost 6 million subscribers.
Well, new claims for unemployment benefits tumbled last week to the lowest level since January. The Department of Labor says there were 201,000 initial claims for unemployment insurance for the week ending September 16th. That's a 20,000 claim drop from the prior week's level of 221,000. The latest tally is also well below what economists were expecting. Weekly jobless claims remain below historic and pre-pandemic averages, showing the strength of the job market. In the decade before the pandemic, weekly claims for unemployment benefits averaged 311,000.
Home prices rose last month as markets continue to experience low inventory. According to the National Association of Realtors, the median price for existing homes in August was $407,000. That's nearly 4% higher than a year ago. This is the second month of rising home prices. With low inventory, buyers are competing for the few homes that are available in their local market.
Stocks continue to retreat as investors are worried over the Fed's hawkish stance. The Dow Industrials lost 370 points, or over 1%. The NASDAQ was off nearly 2%, falling 245 points. The S&P 500 off 1.5%. The late Clyde Stubblefield is best known for being the drummer for the godfather of soul himself, James Brown.
But Stubblefield eventually settled here in Madison, where the beloved performer became a legend in his own right.
Stubblefield's life and legacy is now the subject of a feature-length documentary, Give the Drummers Some, created by Madison-born and New York-based video director and producer Trevor Banks. Welcome back to Madison.
Trevor, great to
welcome
see
back
you.
to Channel 3.
Yeah,
You used to work here?
Great to be here.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So tell us how this all got started.
Oh man, so I started this 8 years ago. My father, Joey Banks, is a drummer in the community, and so naturally, him and Clyde became close friends and played together, and that meant that I was in that orbit, and Clyde was always in the peripheral, and so I recognized his importance and value to music culture globally from a very early age. And as I progressed and became an independent filmmaker, the access was undeniable, and I had the personal connection, and I was like, someone needs to tell Clyde's story on a grand scale. And so we've been at it ever since.
So you want this story to be more, like, kind of change the way we describe him. Instead of saying being James Brown's drummer,
Right.
this is Clyde, the Clyde Stubblefield story.
I mean, and the title says it. It's time to give the drummer some, and I think he's such an unsung figure. His influence with Brown's band is massive. He helped shape that sound. He played a pivotal part in that. It goes so underappreciated. And he revolutionized syncopated drumming. He's doing things now that are still being replicated, and he's still an icon for literally generations to come.
He passed in 2017, so you had a lot of years interviewing him. How many hours of tape do you have?
That's a good question. I don't even know how many hours I have total of this entire process, but there was off and on, I was just hanging out with him between like 2015 and to 2016. I probably estimate maybe 20 hours worth of footage of just him. That doesn't include all the other interviews that I've shot with massive figures in the music industry like Questlove and Hank Shockley of the Public Enemy, and the list goes on. I've been fortunate, and they all want to do it because they recognize the importance of Clyde.
Yeah.
How did he make his way to Madison? How did he find Madison, Wisconsin, of all places?
I think he tells the story. He played here with Brown one day. He called it the auditorium. I don't know what that could have been anywhere. Maybe the Coliseum. That's what I'm assuming. And he liked the town. He said he went out, and also his brother was in the Air Force and lived here at the time. And so I think it was an easy transition for him to come off the road with Brown and settle in a place that was a little more subdued than life on the road working for someone like James Brown.
Yeah, he feels like ours.
Constantly, yeah.
And the documentary is a work in progress, and you have a fundraiser coming up this weekend. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so to give some more context, we had a successful crowdfunding campaign back in 2021. We've since exhausted all those funds, but we've made tons of progress since then. And so this is an opportunity for people to come and get a kind of glimpse at the work we've done, the work in progress. So we'll be screening some of the clips that we've got, and there'll be live music, Funky JB's, DJ Nick Nice. The Majestic has opened the doors, and they're just donating the space. CityCast Madison podcast, Bianca Martin, the host, is going to be doing a moderated Q&A, and we'll talk about the process and the clips. And yeah,
great time.
Excited.
Starts at 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon at the Majestic.
Majestic, 3 o'clock.
Looking forward to seeing the finished product.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Welcome home, Trevor.
Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Always.
Still to come at 4 as fall approaches. We'll look ahead to what lies ahead.
We're going beyond the barometer when Live at 4 continues.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, with Lazy Boy recliners from $3.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
When it comes to updating your bath area, you want it done right. Mad City Baths is a sure choice for durable, beautiful bath and shower designs installed in as little as 1 day. And remember, Mad City does more than baths and showers. Be sure to ask about our exclusive Eco Sky windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. Mad City, your one-stop shop for all your home remodeling needs. Call now. The first 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One. 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One. Gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale on now with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home with custom sofas from $8.99 and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
Well, take a look at this. An Indiana man was caught on camera allegedly driving under the influence in a kid's Power Wheels toy Jeep. For those who don't remember, Power Wheels was a popular kids' toy in the 80s. The Indiana State Police arrested the man for OWI and, per protocol, searched the Jeep and towed the toy. You can't drive that on the street, sir.
No.
Not drunk.
Tow it, just carry it home.
Just tow it. All right, so our washout weekend, maybe not so much.
Not so much. It's trending drier. Everything seems to be pushing back. We will get some rain tonight, tomorrow, maybe Friday night, Saturday night, but the weekend is not looking as bad. I'll break all that down after the break.
It was a Swift, and they cleaned up pretty good after themselves, so no complaints.
With more than 50,000 satisfied customers, Mad City Baths is your trusted source for durable, high-quality baths and showers, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning, expertly installed in as little as 1 day. And now 30 homeowners will receive these special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts. Plus, if you call Mad City Baths now during this program, you'll receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's get to yours with an SUV like the Ford Edge with a bright 12-inch LCD touchscreen, the power of an EcoBoost engine to get up and go, intelligent all-wheel drive, and a panoramic Vista roof to get a better view of your world. Be future ready with Ford Edge. Choose FlexBuy on Edge with 0% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 low APR cash, only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
My name is Kyla Engelke. I'm a cement mason by trade. All the road builders are insanely busy right now. If someone comes in wanting or needing a job, we've got them. The infrastructure law that Joe Biden got passed is putting people back to work. Look at all of the bridges, look at all of the roadways, look at all of the people that are working. All of that's pretty awesome. To have a president like Joe Biden that's fighting for good jobs, it's huge.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, we do have some rain, but it's not looking as much as what we thought previously. Tonight and tomorrow we have some rain. Another shot looks to be Friday night into Saturday morning. And then this weekend we're going to have probably some rain, a better shot further west, but it is trending drier as the system is kind of holding off to the west or heading to the south. Overall temperatures 70s to low 80s through Saturday, and then we cool down Sunday. And next week looks to be right around the low to mid 70s, a little bit above average, which is going to be about 70 degrees as we go in the first week of fall. Tonight we're just going to see the showers begin to approach. It's really going to be about 5 to 6 for Madison. The area will spread further north. Once again, spotty showers overall, but still something you'll keep in mind as you're driving about. Nothing heavy, probably not even a thunderstorm with this as we go through. Just about 8, we're probably going to see a little bit of a break in the action, at least for Dane County. Areas further east or north may see a little bit of showers. Up to the north, the Dells, you'll probably see some clearing skies temporarily. And then we're going to see another batch come up probably closer to 1 to 2. And then as we go through the morning commute, that's when we're going to see potential for a better shot of rain, probably between about 4 to 6. Once again, a little bit hit and miss outside of this area, and this could change, but overall expect maybe some light rain as you go on your morning commute. That'll quickly then continue through the morning hours, taper off a little bit, probably towards 8 to 9. And then in the afternoon, it gets a little bit uncertain. I think all the shower activity will kind of head west of Madison, kind of send it over southwest, western Wisconsin. And then we'll see as this thing begins to drift, we'll see more showers or thunderstorms, once again spotty, but mainly west of Madison through the afternoon and evening, and that could impact some Friday night football too. So more to come on that. That's what we're kind of looking through the next 24 hours. Really big picture. Here's that one wave we were just mentioning right now. We're going to track the one Friday night through Saturday is the one coming up through Nebraska. That'll live through Iowa, and eventually Friday night going into Saturday, that's the one that could come through before we see a whole bunch of mess out to the west, and that's that storm system that's beginning to slowly approach. But that's what we're seeing for rain chances. Overall right now for Saturday night into Sunday, everything has been kind of pushed back. Likely it's really going to be probably the Mississippi River areas to the west will be more likely to get rain. This goes to Saturday night, into Sunday. Really look at a possible, not likely. Once again, it starts beginning to fall down. So that's why we're not seeing as much of rainfall as we expected previously with the system. And then as you go into Sunday night and Monday, it really begins to taper off. Now you're down to just maybe just a slight to possible. Once again, it starts to break down. So west of the Mississippi, I think that's where you're going to see the rainfall. It really tapers off as you go over our area, just because that system is going to begin to fall apart. Rainfall amounts, this is what we expect through Saturday. If you go then through the 7-day period, it doesn't change that much, just because we're thinking everything is going to be situated to the west, Iowa, Nebraska, up into the Dakotas, where they could get up to 2 to 3 inches, something they probably don't need for the harvest time. But for tonight, we're looking at 60s with showers off and on. Once again, not as much as go further north up towards the Dells. More or less, tomorrow morning, you wake up with some showers, overnight. That's what we're looking for Dane County, around 61 degrees. Tomorrow, low 70s, mid 70s, where you have a little bit of sun. Showers mainly starting to push west of Madison as we get towards the afternoon hour. Temperatures upper 70s. If we get some sun out there, I think we will hit some 80s. Once again, some of the areas up to the north, including La Crosse, hit 85 today. So definitely warm temperatures. 7-day forecast, you can see as we get up, 10-day forecast, we get up to Sunday. Showers, once again, will not be an all-day rain, and a better shot as you go further west and south of the area. Going into next week, it looks fairly dry. and pretty much seasonable where we should be, upper 60s to low 70s. So prepare for some rain this weekend, but I think the odds are getting favored that we're not going to see a lot.
All right, and the farmers prefer dry this time of year anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of this rain out to the west is it's coming at a bad time. You usually like it to wait, but this could be significant rain that's going to sit over there for a while.
All right, this last day of summer is tomorrow. Let's go beyond the barometer and look ahead to the fall and winter.
Yeah, we're going to look at the fall. Now, we're looking at meteorological fall, which started 1st of September.
We're halfway done.
Well, the month, 1 month is. So overall, as you look at the graphics as we go into that, you'll see generally what we're looking at. That was last year's fall. To give you an idea, kind of what we had for September, October, November was pretty close to average really for a lot of the categories, a little bit above for snow, but otherwise 90 degrees, we had 0. How many do you think we had already this summer or this fall? We've had 2. So
Really?
We're already above for that. But that's last fall. So overall, not too bad. Climate Prediction Center for this same period basically favors a little bit for precipitation to be close to average or drier, as the brown shows just above Madison. So they're leaning that way. Overall temperatures, not much way, either basically above or below average. So that doesn't say a lot if you look at those, because you may understand it's an average temp over 3 months. So you can have hot spells, cold spells. Well, we looked at a different way of looking at it. El Nino fall is back. We got El Nino. It's going to continue through the winter time. It's been the summertime and fairly strong. Last year, La Nina fall, to give you an idea. So we looked at similar setups, and those are the years that had similar setups, with 1957 probably being the best of all those. So you look at those years, you look at trends, you come up with what could we expect. Temperature 46, 47, that's an average temperature. To give you an idea, the average is 52.8. The record low, which was in 76, was 43. Now precipitation, a little bit below. Last year we had about 8 something, but this year it looks like a little bit less than that, 6 to 7 inches. And your favorite subject, snow.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be a little bit down. We're looking at 1.5 to 2.5. Average is 4.1. Last year 4.8. Go back to 85. That was 18.3.
La Nina is usually less snow.
Yes,
right?
less snow. It goes in the fall, but also into the winter. So that gives you an idea. Now, there's a couple more slides here we'll go on because everyone wants to know what winter's going to be like.
What's winter going to be like?
Well, we got one more thing going up there. The first snow fact: October 16th, first trace, first measurable is November 13th. The average first inch is around Thanksgiving time frame, typically around there. Oop, that's not what we want. Give you an idea, the frost also, I'm going to mention that before we get to the snow too. That is coming up, something to keep in mind of. We're looking at October 1st. Last year was October 15th. Latest is November 12th. Now, I'm not sure if that graphic is up. I'm not going to click ahead, but to give you an idea for snowfall, we're looking at roughly, based on those years, and then we're looking at December, January, February, maybe between 20 to 25 inches.
Which is much.
No, last year we got 40 inches.
Yeah.
Now remember, this is just for those 3 months. We can get significant snow in March and April. But typically the snow during those months is more for road conditions than anything else. So it's some good news and bad news. Drought-wise, you'd like more rain in the fall because it helps the spring. Fortunately, I don't see that happening. It is El Nino, so we will see. And this is just for Madison Airport. These numbers were taken from. So they could vary across southern Wisconsin, but that is the trend.
Your results may vary.
Yes, we'll see if this pans out. We did this out west, and it actually turned out pretty well with the cyclical pattern of what we've had out there. So we'll give it a try here and see.
Yeah, it's interesting to compare with last year.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, coming up next year in Live, before we go back in time before color. I mean, there was color, but, well, it's a long story. But just wait for it.
And then coming up next hour at 5, the Wisconsin State Superintendent delivers her State of Education address. We'll find out what she had to say coming up at 5.
Don't miss the spectacular September savings at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save $1,500 instantly on this LG refrigerator. This Maytag laundry pair is now just $26 a month, and 6-year special financing with no money down at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Improve your well-being and comfort with a new walk-in tub or shower from Mad City Baths. It's the Safe Smart solution for bathing that more homeowners are turning to. With convenient shelves, grab bars, and a beautiful shower door infused with microban for easy cleaning. And with our Price Lock Guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year, and now 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive these special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts, plus call Mad City Baths now. Last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I suffer with psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. I was on a journey for a really long time to find some relief. Cosentyx works for me.
Cosentyx helps real people get real relief from the symptoms of psoriatic arthritis or psoriasis, serious allergic reactions, severe skin reactions that look like eczema, and an increased risk of infections, some fatal, have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen.
I move so much better because of Cosentyx.
Ask your rheumatologist about Cosentyx.
The new T-Box Savannah and Dining Room with private bar is there waiting for you at Vitense Golfland. 2 large HD TVs are available for viewing, meetings, and casual gatherings. Private bar is available for any type of event. No meeting can compare with adding activities of Vitense Golfland. Enjoy indoor-outdoor miniature golf suites, and golf and multi-sport simulators. Add chocolate shop ice cream. As our sign says, ice cream solves everything. Infuse life and fun into your meetings and events at Vitense Golfland.
Don't miss the spectacular September savings at Ashley. Everything is on sale with discounts up to 75% off. Save on sofas, sectionals, bedroom sets, and more. Plus, fast free delivery on in-stock items. All at Ashley.
New at 5, find out where you can get free COVID tests near you. Don't miss this crucial information to keep you and your loved ones safe.
Rain is expected tonight, and we have a few more chances of rain before the week is up and to begin next week. I'll have more at 5.
And ahead at 6, do you remember? We look at the impact a former UW-Madison student had in the music world, writing hits like September. That's coming up at 6. Give you the weather satellite a spin. We end up in Seattle, Washington.
Beautiful day in Seattle.
You can see the mountains. Yeah. You often can't. 64 degrees.
Well, some music makes you think, and other times, music can touch your heart.
Back in 1983, we found a band that accomplished both. Just a note here, this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday is in black and white. Do not adjust your sets.
This is an unlikely place for a band to be performing at an unlikely hour, an early Saturday morning while folks eat breakfast. But then, this is an unlikely band. This is the Heart Attack Band. They don't cause them. Every member has had one. That's Bob Burns on sax, Art Mealand on trumpet, Bob Atwood playing bass. There are 2 drummers, Jim Cole and Chuck Deneuer. Playing the drums can be a bit strenuous. You don't want to take any chances. And Stan Knutson plays the sax and clarinet.
Theme song was Heart of My Heart. Heart of My Heart. Our friends were dearer than that we had to part.
Other favorites, I Left My Heart in San Francisco, Peg of My Heart, Your Cheatin' Heart. You get the idea. The local secretary of the Musicians Union brought these guys together.
These guys are all terrific musicians, and they can just get out there and do what comes naturally, and the music is from the heart.
The real message from this band is that life goes on after a heart attack. It hasn't slowed these guys down one bit.
It's still the old music like we've been playing for quite a few years, and especially marvel at I think, the age of our group.
You guys don't worry about getting too excited or anything, do you?
No, we've been doing this for so long, I think it's just second nature.
Our biggest problem is keeping everybody awake.
Yeah.
Watching these guys, hearing the old standards, it does a heart good. Theirs and everybody else's. Traveling in Madison, I'm Mark Kane, WISC News 3.
We're going to walk the floor the way that I do. Your little cheating heart is going to tell on you.
Love it.
You're having too much fun.
Where did you shoot that?
Cleveland's Lunch.
Oh, wow.
That closed in 1992.
Yeah. Did they all have the same doctor or something, or how did they all get together?
No, I said in the story, the Musicians Union brought them all together. They're all professional musicians.
Right, but they all had heart attacks.
They all had heart attacks.
That's a great story.
Well, it's a new chapter for Dr. Zorba Pastor's radio career.
Yeah, speaking of doctors, we'll talk about the changes to his NPR Saturday radio show. Hi, guys.
Hi. Good
When
to be here.
Live at 4 continues. Stay with us.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Fry Construction invites you to usher in the fall season with our exclusive fall sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 4 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our fall savings. Save 23% off gutters with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Yeah, overall, we don't have too many incidents. We do have a little bit of light sprinkles, showers going on, of course, towards Middleton. Once again, very light. This is probably not reaching the ground. The bigger picture goes as you go further south towards Janesville. We've seen some showers down there, too, that we could be impacting the driving, something that'll begin to expand, too. And for your Friday night football, we could have some showers, too, something to keep in mind up for tomorrow night, you guys.
Greg, thanks. A rare $10,000 bill dating back to the Great Depression has sold for a record price. The bill sold for $480,000 at auction. The $10,000 bill was the highest denomination note ever to go into circulation. Now, there was a $100,000 bill, but that was only used to transfer money between Federal Reserve banks. There hasn't been a bill over $100 since 1969. Interesting.
Yeah, pay attention if you're at a garage sale.
Well, it's the end of an era and the start of a new chapter for Dr. Zorba Pastor and fans of Wisconsin Public Radio.
After 30 years, host Tom Clark retired as the co-host of the weekly national radio show, Zorba Pastor on Your Health.
The show continues now with a new host, Carl Christensen. And Zorba and Carl join us now.
Nice to see you both.
Thanks for having us.
Congratulations,
You got some big
guys.
shoes to fill.
I know, yes, I do.
So what was it like working with Tom all those years?
Oh, it was great. It was great. He was always, you know, his food wasn't the best. You know, we would joke about tofu, but he actually had a pretty good diet. He's a funny guy. He knew how to interview. He was a sidekick, sort of like Jack McMahon. Well, I'm not a Johnny Carson, but kind of that kind of a thing.
Ed McMahon.
It was great. Ed McMahon. Yeah, Ed McMahon.
Now, Carl,
Jack McMahon is someone else. He's the lawyer.
you started as the producer of this show, and for people who aren't familiar with it, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I was the executive producer of the show. Still am. About 10 years ago I started, and I have, it's a call-in show that airs in Wisconsin. It airs on Saturdays, and it's in about 20 or so different states around the nation and little parts of Canada as well. That's our little bragging point, the Canada thing. And people call in with their healthy living topic questions. We have a couple topics we discuss on the show. We do a recipe every time with Chef Zorba over here, who's got a great, fabulous kitchen. And we just try to help people. He tries to help people. I just try to keep things moving.
No, you do
as the
help people.
co-host.
He helps people. Yeah, because he produces a great show, and he adds a lot of zip and zag to it. And now he's younger, so it's going to be...
Did you imagine 30 years ago you'd still be doing this?
Not at all. Not at all. I thought it would last for 3 to 5 years, maybe longer. But, you know, it's kind of amazing. And what happens is we've made the show really good and topical, and he's really been doing it as producer for 10 years, so he's added zip to the show, and that's what gives it legs, as we say it. I mean, we're still going.
I listen to it every weekend, and honestly, I always have to pull over if I'm somewhere to keep, because you don't want to stop listening. The questions are really interesting.
They're really good.
The advice is really good.
Right.
I love the recipes, too.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about being in front of the mic now?
It's been interesting. It's been really exciting because, you know, as I said, I was the producer for I Still Am, but I was doing it, you know, behind the scenes. I loved, it was already kind of a dream job doing it behind the scenes all those years. And then during the pandemic, because of technical reasons, we had to go remote. And so that's when I slid in a little bit and started co-hosting. And I found out I loved it. I was nervous. I didn't think I'd like it at all. And it turned out I loved doing it. So now that Tom Clark retired, I'm in.
So are you going to wear both hats now?
Yeah.
Producer and...
I am, yeah. Which allows me to do some more creative things, I think, as well, too. So.
And the other thing is we click together. I mean, he's a punster. He always has jokes. And that's really important because that moves material to people. You know, if you just have a list, and with the internet, you can find what you're looking for, but we have a good relationship. And so that really makes a difference. That moves the information.
So Saturday,
like here.
Saturday morning at...
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock and then 1 o'clock as well.
And then 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
And how many cities and countries are you in now?
Oh, we're in 20 plus states. It keeps fluctuating a little bit, so it's hard to keep track of, but 20 plus states.
And then we also have podcasts, so people really, we've had a few calls from Europe and stuff like that.
You're a media mogul, Zorba.
Yes, a media.
Well, good luck, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work, both of you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
All right, well, the final check your forecast coming up.
Why choose between a longer life or quality of life? You deserve both. And with Kisqali, a treatment for people with metastatic breast cancer, you can have both. Kisqali is a pill that, when taken with an aromatase inhibitor, is the only treatment of its kind shown to both help people live longer and improve or preserve quality of life. Because you shouldn't have to sacrifice one for the other. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Live longer and live well. Ask about Kisqali, and long live you.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose for instant dryness relief that lasts up to 8 hours. Ivisia, we see a better way.
New at 5, cold season is here, but how can you be sure that's all it is? Find out where you can get free COVID tests near you. Don't miss this crucial information to keep you and your loved ones safe. That's coming up next.
Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show, Wisconsin Huddle. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
Yeah, we have light rain showers beginning to push up from Janesville up into Madison area here in the next hour. We'll have to track that. Just some light rain, but something you'll need the wipers for as it expands up into the Madison area. Overall, it should begin to dissipate later on. Mainly just light showers, and that's what we're expecting. Otherwise, rain chances are coming in as we go into tomorrow morning with more rain probably Friday night and Saturday. But the weekend is looking drier with most of the rain staying south or west of the area. We'll have more news and weather coming up after the break.
About our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Family is just very important. She's my sister and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, you know, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy meant treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment. If you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Save 11% on all roof coatings at Menards. Sealbest White Elastomeric Roof Coating has a 10-year warranty, restores your roof, and stops leaks. It's easy to apply. Just brush, roll, or spray. Get a pail for just $79.99 after rebate. We've got the adhesives you can rely on. Loctite Power Grab adhesive is high strength and reduces the need for clamping with 0-second instant grab. Right now, it's only $2.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
In today's Final Touch, they have been sisters for nearly a century.
And they say they've never argued. As identical twins, Mary Reuter and Martha Eoff wear matching outfits every day at the St. Catherine Drexel Retirement Center in El Reno, Oklahoma, where they both now call home. They like to confuse the other residents as to who's who. They have a remarkable bond that has lasted nearly a century. They're celebrating their 96th birthday. The sisters were born and raised not far from this home. Both went to Oklahoma College for Women and both got married. When their husbands passed away, they lived together for 2 years before moving into the nursing home, where they remain healthy. Between Mary and Martha, they have 7 children, 21 grandchildren, 44 great-grandchildren, and 5 great-great-grandchildren. Lives well lived.
Oh, bless them. I hope they always dress alike like that, too. It's so precious.
Just to confuse everybody.
Yes.
That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.